I have a song that came out in 2019, and somehow it's going to be the opening track of an album I'm still working on. So I thought it needed a refresh. I exported the stems and I imported them into this session. That's just the instrumental. I really like this saxophone arrangement. But I do think it's a bit harsh. Let's use WA Productions DERES and see what kind of difference we can make. This is the first saxophone. Let's see if we can find the resonance. That could be one. Let's reduce it. Let's compare the dry and wet to see what difference we made. I think there's still some resonances higher up in there that I want to remove. So let's save this as state A, go to state B, and see if we can find a different resonance that might make a bigger change. Alright, I'm talking about the very high end here. I do think it gets a lot smoother if we reduce this frequency quite drastically. And I have to point out something here that I feel didn't get enough coverage so far, and that's this octave knob. If we have a look at the manual and see what the octave knob does, this one right here. When you find and reduce resonance with the find reduce knob, most sounds will also contain relative harmonic components at lower volume levels than the main frequency. The octave knob allows you to reduce these harmonics in relation to the caught resonance. So what that means is we're not only reducing this 3-ish K, we're also reducing the harmonics of this frequency. We can turn that off like this. But then we still have this kind of biting high end, like above 5K. But if we turn up this octave, I do feel it gets a lot smoother. Don't get me wrong, it's still bright, but I do think it's smoother. Now we can compare this back to the A frequency we found. I do think B sounds significantly better. We might want to reduce both. Let's hear this. We copy DERES. Now we have two instances of DERES on the same track. One with the A frequency we found and one with the B frequency we found. I do think it sounds a bit more natural if we just reduce B and we get rid of this first one. Now I'm curious what happens if we go back to this saxophone stack and we do the same process with all the other saxophones and see what kind of overall difference we can make with DERES. Before, after, again it's subtle. I do think that's an improvement as well. Now let's see what kind of overall before and after we were able to make. All DERES instances bypassed. And with. Without. And with. I do think this is extremely subtle, but I do think it is a bit smoother. Let's maybe have a quick look at these old guitars I recorded. We have this one. So the sweeping sound is normal, like this. Is to be expected. That doesn't mean there's any resonance there that we should remove. Even if you look at the graph, it is so flat above 1K, honestly. Or like above 2.5K right here. It is so flat. So all of these resonances we hear because of the listen button. But there could be one right around here. And suddenly you hear it. You know what I mean? It's like a string resonance. This part. Maybe let's make it dynamic. I think we're doing good work here. Yeah, that's cool. All DERES bypassed. All DERES activated. It definitely gets a lot smoother. It definitely gets smoother in the like high end. So it's difficult to hear if you don't know where to listen. But I think we definitely found some frequencies that we could remove to improve the overall sound. That's DERES. Hope you enjoyed the video. I've been Sylvan from the channel Sound to Sound Factory. Thanks very much to WA Productions for having me. See you again soon. Thanks for watching.